Fight fans, fight fans, fight fans. Come one, come all, we gotta talk. That's why I'm alive. We gotta talk about this secret meeting. We gotta talk about a lot of stuff. Everybody sleep. Coco One, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. We gotta talk. Late night, I know it's late over here. Depending on what side of the pond, it's either really late or very early. Tawo Cola, what's going on, brother? Amok PvP, what's up? Counterpunch to you. Bob Boba, thank you, man. I try. Let's talk about, I'm in California, that's what's up. So you guys are behind me. I'm in Central Time right now, and it is 12:41. You know, much love from the West Coast, absolutely. Sub Intention, what's up, brother? What's happening? What's happening? Let's load them up. Loke Dog, what's up, brother? Man, what I got for us today? Let's bring them low. Let's just bring them all. Let's bring them all. Appreciate it, Sub Intention. Man, this secret conversation, that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about this secret conversation when it deals with Eddie Hearn, Dillian Whyte, Oscar Rivas breaks silence. I'm just loading that one up. Alan Benson, what's up, man? I know it's early over there, so I'm imagining it's what, 6:42 right now? Coco number one, yeah, it's all suspicious, man. We gotta talk about it. You know, it's amazing what people think you don't hear when you're just talking, you know, across from someone, whispering, so to speak. How sensitive those mics are. You know what I mean? Those mics are hella sensitive. I heard it, the first time I heard it, I couldn't make it out, but someone like decoded it, and that's what we have, you know, and it was, matter of fact, I'm gonna read it to you here in a few minutes. Because that's one of those things where you can look at it a lot of different ways. PED, morning from Scotland. Good counterpunch to you guys, man. From Scotland. Hot mic moment. Yes, sir, new man. Counterpunch to you. Akon or Akan Kelly. I don't know what's going on, man. Steve Potts is 6:40. Okay, like I thought. You guys are 6 hours ahead of us. So, okay. Eastern is 5, of course. Dylan didn't sleep for 2 days. That's why Eddie was saying it was a miracle. I don't know, man. The thing is, why didn't he sleep for 2 days? That's another thing. Why didn't the brother sleep for 2 days? That must have been some stressful shit. Now, you can look at it either way, you know, if you're guilty or you're innocent, you know, it's like, it makes me think of the usual suspects, right? Sean Peterson, counterpunch from Nigeria. What's up, brother? Good morning to you. And they were actually interviewing Kaiser Soze, right? And the detective, you know, he was on his shit, you know, and he was like, I tell you who's guilty. You know, you grab 3 guys. 2 of those guys are innocent. 1 of those guys are guilty. You can tell the guys that are innocent because the guys that are innocent, they're going to be staying up all night, worried. The guy that's guilty, he's going to sleep like a baby because he already knows that he's done it. He's not worried if he goes to jail or not because he knows he's the guilty one. The other two, they will be so worried about proving their innocence to the point where they will be stressed out. It could be like that. Who knows? You know? Hey, Hyper Z, that's correct, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe just a fight week of stress. Look, I know he had stress, Loke Dog. I know the man had stress. You know, I thought it was directed like towards the WBC and all the shit that's going on over there and, you know, fighting injustice and, you know, what really will happen. Will Deontay Wilder become a franchise champion like Canelo did? You know, that's what I was thinking he was thinking of. You know what I mean? All the shit that could have happened, or all the shit that was on his mind, right? I thought those were one of those topics. But now this opens up a whole new can of worms, right? Now he's worried about shit. I failed that test. I don't know what they're going to say. What will sample B look like? You know, of course, they didn't say that in this meeting or whatnot, but you know, it's one of those things where, I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Man, it's a lot to talk about, man. You know, I heard that Stomp of 75, that he popped dirty. You know, I haven't had any sources. Somebody send me a link. I'll counterpunch that shit quick. Because if that's the case, that shit's like, that reminds me of Roy Jones Jr. and he popped dirty. And I think he fought Antonio Tarver and he fucking popped dirty too. So everybody's dirty and shit, you know? He said he's been stitched up like a cross-contamination situation because it's so minute. It wouldn't make sense. He'd been tested the day before and the day after, and he was clean. Yeah, you know, yeah, he was saying that too. Let's see. Let me see.
What are you downloading?
So I'm going to read this to you guys. Okay. All right. Sub-intention. Rivas is 100% juicing. Somebody got that link for me? Richard, like your channel. Keep it up, dude. Thank you very much. I will intend to do exactly that. You know, I ain't going nowhere. You know, maybe some of these fighters are going somewhere, you know, because I ain't going nowhere, but these fighters are, because I think these fighters, they keep juicing pretty sooner or later. What's going to happen is that these sanctioning bodies going to get together or these athletic commissions, and they're going to make an example out of one motherfucker, and it might be Dillian Whyte. Like I told you guys, it could be Dillian Whyte. If that sample B comes back fucked up, he could get the latter, right? He would be that guy that they were like, okay, Dillian Whyte, you're the hypocrite. You talk that you're such a clean, fair and square fighter. We're going to show you. We're going to show you how it's fair and square. You know, we're going to be fair and square with the sternness that we're going to put upon you. You know what I mean? 4 years, boom. That's the verdict. 4 years, you know? But then if I'm Dillian Whyte, I'm like, well, fuck, you know, you got all these other guys that got away with this shit, you know? But it is what it is. Adam Pierce, Wilder's acting like right teacher's pet now. It's cringy. Hearn is a cheat, and Ruiz ain't fighting in no damn UK. And Ruiz is too smart to fall for that nonsense. You know what? Cali Cole Roller. I don't know, man. You know, I think Ruiz is in a situation where he has to fight where they tell him to. You know, that's one thing about those contracts. See, when you fight someone like Anthony Joshua, someone like Canelo, someone like Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, and you mess around and beat that person, you're going to have to fight that person under a certain contract that was drawn out before the first fight was even fought, right? So I think Ruiz, he has to go where they tell him, you know? Yeah, right. Raj, Singa. Yeah, Ruiz has no choice right now. He has to go wherever they tell him to. But let me read this to you guys, okay? And I want you guys to decipher what this means by that, and I'll give my own counterpunch to it, you know, because we got to talk about this. Whyte says, fucking hell, right? Hearn says, all right, mate. Whyte, fucking hell in it. Jesus Christ, bruh. I haven't slept at all the last couple of days. Hearn, nor have I, but I didn't have to fight. Whyte, fuck's sake. Hearn, mate, that was the miracle of all miracles, wasn't it? Whyte says that's the difference between being a professional. Hearn, I had everything. I had a statement for you all ready to go, and he just phoned me up and was like, we did it. And I was like, oh my God. Whyte, I need to keep my hair for some reason. It's a fucking stitch up. I passed 2 tests in 2 days and then 1 in a million. Now, let's backtrack. He says, no, I didn't have to fight, nor have I, meaning Hearn hasn't slept, but I didn't have to fight. Whyte's fuck's sake, mate, that was a miracle of miracles. I wonder what the miracles of miracles were about. What do you guys think that was about? What do you think he meant by that? Miracles of miracles. Why? Because he got dropped? You know what I mean? Like, what was that? What do you guys think that is? You know? Because, you know, then Whyte says that's the difference between being a professional. Well, I guess you could look at it, maybe he's, you know, is a professional versus an amateur, you know? He wasn't 100%. He never slept. Okay. Well, that might have been the miracle, right? Okay. Because he hasn't slept at all. Mate, that was a miracle of miracles, wasn't it? Now, I think it's more to that. What they were talking about, besides him not sleeping, you know. Miracle that he won the fight. Well, if we looked at the fight wasn't a, you know, it wasn't a, maybe he was talking about the 9th round, right? Because the 9th round, he did go down and he was in trouble for a while, right? So I don't know. It's a, you know, I had everything. I had a statement for you ready to go, and he just messaged me and was like, we did it. And I was like, oh my God. Okay. The only way that would make sense if he was referring to him winning, or that fight itself, would be if Eddie Hearn wasn't there. Like he was speaking for Eddie Hearn, like I had everything written out for you to go. You know, only these guys honestly know what the fuck they're talking about. They know what this is, you know. Andre Gaudin, where you at, man? What part of the U.S. are you at? Yeah, it's kind of late. It's 12:55. It's almost 1, you know. It's the twilight hours. So it is kind of late. So I guess, yeah, Mike Capps, you know, he had a statement ready to confess. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's what I could get from it. Because, I had like damage control, like, hey, I had it written out, and then, and that was right before that. They haven't slept for fucking 2 days. Then they won the fight, so that's the miracle. But maybe the miracle was that they had an opportunity to fight. Maybe the miracle was, okay, well, maybe you had an opportunity to fight and versus other people that didn't, Then you didn't sleep because you was worried about being cleared to fight. Then not only you were cleared to fight, you fought and you won that fight, right? And then, Hearn was like, hey, I had everything. I had a statement for you ready to go. And he just phoned me up. And it's like, that had nothing to do with the fight. What that had everything to do with was what could have happened with the UCAD, right? Or the BBB of C, But he says, he said he needs to keep his hair for testing. Is that why he hadn't shaved? I think so, because, people don't say, I just need to keep my hair. If he was just thinking about, I need to keep a cool head. You know what I mean? So I don't really think so. LM Illustrations, ¿qué pasó? Oye, ¿qué pasó? ¿Y tú? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? But Captain America's wasn't, I think it's more him to is stupid. Why would you talk like that on the podium? That's guilty talk. Captain America, I don't think they had anyone. I don't think they had anyone that was already linked up that could hear him. I don't think that was the case yet. I think that they were just thought they were sitting down, chatting. I don't think they were loud about the shit, but you know what I mean? Again, these mics are very, very sensitive. Of course, you could have I just lost a pair. The pair I always wear, the Apple earbuds, right? Those shits, you could be talking to somebody and somebody could be walking down the hall or something could be going and people can hear that shit, right? So that shows you the sensitivity. Like, man, what the hell is that in the background? Because they hear it. You can have the window cracked and you're driving with the earbuds and you'll hear that wind. These earbuds are very, very sensitive. Now imagine something professional on a used for live feed and footage, right? Of course that shit's sensitive. It's gonna be even more sensitive because they need to pick up more sounds. So yeah, they didn't think that these people could hear them. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that they ever thought that this would come to the light. Honestly, I don't think that shit at all. Thank you. I try to keep illustrations. Gracias por todo, papa. But I try to keep everything, on the up and up, non-biased. Of course, I have my own opinion, but it's a reason why I have my opinion, just because I don't just particularly like someone because I don't like them. You know what I mean? But shape-shifting. Blue blood was shape-shifting. Okay. Coco 1, what a mess Eddie Hearn has now with AJ and Whyte. Dude, look, I think what it is, he tried to cash in on Whyte, and Whyte appears to be fucking up as of now. We have to know what the B sample states. And then I think when he said, I need to keep my hair for some reason, it's a fucking stitch up. I think his attempt was with his lawyers, because he has lawyers onto this shit. I think what it is with him now, I think he's attempting to submit another test with his hair, which is more stringent, which they can verify, and it can go back farther. Piss doesn't really go back that far. Hair does. So that's a good thing, though. It's a good thing for Whyte. I'm going to tell you why. If you were juicing, right? Or like Deontay Wilder claims that maybe Dillian Whyte was juicing for 600 days, right? He's going to go all the way left with the shit. So He can prove that no, this shit, if it comes back clean, that goes back, I know, at least 90 days. Some tests can go back 6 months, you know, so that alone can debunk anything that Wilder is trying to throw at him. Because for some reason, you know, and I know what the reason is, so I'm not going to say for some reason. You know, Deontay Wilder does not like Eddie Hearn. He doesn't, you know, he has some other shit with Eddie Hearn, some type of deep-rooted shit with him, and everyone attached to him, therefore he does not like, okay? That's that with Eddie Hearn, you know? So with Dillian Whyte saying it's a fucking, you know, stitch-up, that means somebody's out to get him. You know, we talked about that. We talked about that yesterday. You know, a couple of days ago, really. And I don't, you know, I don't put nothing past it, you know, because he's like, hey, I've been passing these fucking tests. You know, I passed 2 tests in 2 days and then 1 in a million. One thing I don't like about that, I passed 2 tests in 2 days and then 1 in a million. Like, I guess he could say like, okay, out of the blue comes this fucked up test. You know what I mean? Well, Mr. Nonviolence, we have to see what the B sample has, okay? In other words, the people that busted him or found out about this test didn't have enough power to stop the fight, okay? That's why he was cleared to fight, because until they found the second sample, right, they couldn't deny him fighting. That was that, you know? But I'm looking for that link. I want that link to tell me that if Oscar Rivas was juicing or not. I want to see if he's juicing or not, you know? Andre Godin, he's innocent. This is all Al Heyman trying to protect Wilder. Man, you know, this is boxing. This is the sport that I love, that I hate so much. I love it for a lot of reasons, and I hate it for a lot of reasons. And if Al Heyman is behind some shit like this, this would make the hatred burn, right? This would make the hatred burn for me. You know what I mean? Diana Ball helps pack on muscle. That's it. The Cali 1987. Well, let me tell you something. Cali 1987. He didn't have fucking much of that. He didn't look like he was like muscled up and in shape and shit. Matter of fact, he came in heavy. So I don't know. You know what I mean? And the 2 types, according to the sample A that was found in his system, are really not good for you. They're really bad for you. They're really like they could fuck up your liver. You know what I mean? So it's not really a good thing at the end of the day. PED, Provectin, Ortiz, Whyte, very strange. It's always against Wilder. I don't know, man. I have no idea. Sub-intention. Yeah, I thought he looked fat too, quite fat against Rivas compared to when he fought Chisora. Bay Area boxing. Period, okay? Wilder is suspect. Come on, Counterpunch. There's no way he gets through the WBC clean program, and I mean, as soon as possible. Becomes mandatory. He pops dirty. Man, what are the fucking odds? Like, what are the odds of that? He's in a clean boxing program. You know, and if you're in a clean boxing program, you get random tests. So it's like, why would he do that? You know what I mean? I know Rivas is an undefeated guy, right? Stopped Jennings. Jennings was another tough competitor, right? Did he need an edge to that degree? Right? Now you could argue and say, well, he got dropped, so he probably needed that extra you know, to get back up, some shit like that, you know? So, Gary O, let's go, Deontay, let's go! Fucking Dillian Whyte. I don't know. I don't know if he'll go now, you know? 1982 fitness. Well, history once told us that Ben Johnson felt he was spiked with stanozolol before he ran the 9.79 back in '88. But he was juicing. Perhaps this is what happened to Whyte. Man, is no telling. Look at my pick. Okay. What the hell is that anyway? Passes other tests previous fights, knows that his shot is for mandatory, pops dirty. He has failed before, but come on. All a bit suspect. It is suspect, man. It could just be out of desperation. It could have been because, you know, shit, you know, maybe he knew what was riding on it. He didn't want anything to fuck up, so, you know, let me take a little something. But then, I don't know. If he's dumb enough to do that shit, I thought he would be, you know, I would be very surprised. I don't know what's going on with Whyte. You know, I don't know what the hell's going on with Whyte. I want to see what that B sample, and, you know, I want to know what the end result is. Dillian Whyte came out today, or should I say yesterday, after 3 days. You know, I wouldn't have waited 3 fucking days. I would have came out like, this is bullshit, you know? But then, hey, Jarrell Miller did the same shit, right? You know what I mean? And then fucking like a day or two after that, he broke down and half-ass told us the truth, you know? And then look who's speaking up for Dillian Whyte, Jarrell Miller. That ain't a good sign. Mr. Landlord, I have no idea how long it will take. You know, they said, here's the deal. They say it could take up to 24 to 48 hours, right? That's what they're saying. Or they say it could be drug out for a year. That makes no sense to me. It all sounds suspect, like that's some bullshit. Why would you wait a year to drag out test results? You send them off, you test them, you send them the fuck back. Simple as that. If Dillian Whyte wants to use other means like his hair, okay, let him do that. But that sample that he already took, that the B sample, I guess that's a resubmission, right? I don't know. It just sounds real suspect to me. You know. Hyper Z, Ortiz is a joke. Well, let's see how big of a joke he is when he gets the fight with Deontay Wilder. I'm rooting for him. I hope he wins. Logic tells you he won't, because he was a strategic pick for Wilder, okay? They fought him when they knew, okay, let's fight this motherfucker now. You know? True. Heard Miller recently spoke to Dillian, not to the best company to have. Brian Anderson, hell no it ain't. Good counterpunch to you. You sure the hell ain't. That's right. I believe that. He fought Wilder. He fought Ortiz because he's old. Then he wants to fight Ortiz because that shit's smoke and mirrors. Because he wants to appear like, oh, I'm the only guy that beat Ortiz and nobody else wanted to fight him. But at the end of the day, I'm giving him another opportunity to fight me. But you never gave Ortiz an opportunity to fight anyone else, to prove himself, right? That makes no sense to me. Kurt, has Ruiz accepted the fight with AJ in the UK? You know what? Not yet. I think what he's doing is he's coming to reality with it because of his last statement, because he had pretty much retracted the shit he said. So he knows, like, they got him where he doesn't want to be, and where he is, he has to fight. So more or less. He hasn't officially agreed, but he's coming to grips of reality with, signing this. It ain't really a contract to sign. It's him agreeing to fight again according to the first contract. Okay. Now I'm sure it's another contract. He'll get more money, or he might get equal money. Either way, duplicate money on something that you never had is a lot better than nothing. You know what I mean? I think AJ did throw the fight to put fighters to sleep on him. AJ, aka Baby Yala, Baba Yaga. Yeah, man, I dropped that, man. I made that video actually a while ago, and I just wanted to drop it with all the other stuff. I wanted to wait at a good time to drop it. But, I'll talk about that in another live stream. You know what I mean? But, no, man, Dillian Whyte, I don't know really what to say about Dillian Whyte, in this case. Now, this is what I want to talk about also. Oscar Rivas. Oscar Rivas, what do you think? What do you think of what he said? Do you think because of this test, do you think he should get a expunction? Do you think they should expunge that off his record? What do you guys think about that? Oscar Rivas. Yeah, it is interesting. People saying he should sue. Well, I don't know if he should sue or not, because he didn't get fucked up. You know what I mean? Mr. Landlord, he didn't get fucked up. I think he should go for either call it a no contest, that fight. I think that would be a good way to, hey, that's a no contest because of the stipulations, with Dillian Whyte. I think that should be more of an understandable solution. Or I think they should fight again, right? I mean, that's the only way. So Dillian Whyte wants to take a soft touch, and everybody was kind of cool with that. I'm not. I'm never cool with anyone taking any kind of soft touches, because this is the school of hard knocks. You can't talk about, you don't make a reputation for yourself by having one of probably the second best in heavyweight boxing, and then take a soft touch. You want to have a fight that prepares you for that tough fight that you're looking forward to having, and that's with Deontay Wilder, right? So why would you want a soft touch, right? But I don't know. That's my theory on things. I'm a little more old school, but a lot of people agree that Dillian Whyte should have a soft touch. Well, how about a retouch? How about Oscar Rivas once again, and really let it be like, hey, call the first one a no contest, and let's have the second fight, right? Everyone gets cleared to fight, actually, right? And let's get it. Why not? Let's do it. I think those guys should fight again. I think I think Oscar Rivas is just as dangerous enough to fight again. Hey, and if Oscar ends up dirty like people are saying, like that rumor is, fuck it, they really should fight again. Because if they're both dirty, what are you going to do? Ban them both for being dirty against each other? No. Put these motherfuckers back in the ring. Test them throughout, stringent drug testing, right? And let them fight again. Let them fight again. Chucks Henry, listening from Africa, Nigeria. Love your Counterpunch News. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support. Well, you know what? Armando Ortiz, you wanted to see the AJ and Dillian Whyte too, but you can't see that happening. Don't worry about that fight. That fight will, look, it will be 3 to 4 to 5 years from now, that fight will eventually happen. It will. So that's a local fight, bro. I wouldn't worry about that particular fight. You know what I mean? Don't even worry about that at all. That's like Amir Khan and Kell Brook, right? And those motherfuckers never fought, but you know, if that fight ever gets made, it ain't how it used to be, but people will watch it. And everyone knows that, especially locally, domestically, you know? John Cook, thank you, brother, you know? Well, hey, I hope he's innocent because, you know, I would hate for that many people to be fucking juicing. And, you know, it's like, you look at these tests too, you have to look at these tests. A lot of them are stringent. A lot of them do pick up things. They are extra sensitive. You know what I mean? Think of the analogy of someone getting a DWI, right? And he gets 1 or 2, and he has to put a fucking device in his car in order to drive. Well, if you're like too many sesame seeds, like certain foods can trigger that machine not to work. You might have ate at fucking Notini's, an Italian restaurant, right? And getting your shit and blow, and it might have a little, you know, alcohol or wine. That shit won't even come on, right? Maybe these drug tests are like this. Maybe they're like that. Maybe they pick up certain things that, hey, yeah, this substance was found in your body, but this substance alone is illegal. You know what I mean? Imagine if Whyte gets the TUEs for whatever this is, all time slating AJ for so-called TUEs. MG 2019, imagine that shit. Maybe that happens. You know, that would be ironic. It always would be like the guy that's blasting other people, right? Be the motherfucker that's doing it. Hey, it could happen, man. I've seen stranger things. And matter of fact, truth is stranger than fiction a lot of times, believe it or not. Would you be surprised if Ruiz pops dirty in the UK? I would hate for that to happen. And I'm gonna tell you why. I would hate for Ruiz to get popped dirty in the UK. I would rather them fight over here and he pops dirty than to fight in the UK. Because what's happening now, if Ruiz pops dirty, he could always claim bullshit. I told you I was set up. This is some bullshit. You know? UK don't detect Snickers. No, they don't. You know what I mean? They don't detect Snickers. You know, but yeah, I would hate that because I would hate for Ruiz to use that as an excuse if he is taking something. I really would hate that shit. That would suck. You know, and then you'd have the USA, then you know, then they'll give Deontay Wilder, see, I wouldn't go over there. They setting people up and shit. I ain't going over there. You know, that would be crazy, you know? So, no, I think, but Oscar Rivas, you know, I think they should make it a no contest. What do you guys think about Oscar Rivas? John Cook, you know, I just want Whyte to get a shot because he's been done wrong. And I'm for every guy that got shitted on. You know what I mean? Because Whyte, he ain't the best fighter. He's like a club fighter. You see him, he'll throw some punches, he'll be off balance like a motherfucker. That doesn't mean he won't knock your head off. That doesn't mean Deontay Wilder won't knock your fucking head off, right? He gets unbalanced himself. But I'm for the person that deserves the position, that deserves the fight, that's been putting work in, been fighting legitimate fighters. You know, that's what I'm a fan of. And as of now, Dillian Whyte, as of last year, was doing that. I have one critique though. He should have fought Ortiz. But then what we know about Ortiz was, would Al Heyman allow fucking Ortiz to fight Dillian Whyte? See, we don't even know that because they needed a pawn for Deontay Wilder, right? And they really needed one after Fury said, fuck off, you shit house, right? So, you know, I can't fault Dillian now because, fuck, he fought good fighters, you know? Hey, you're right, brother. Tundi, I can't say anything. It is kind of really premature for Oscar Rivas to want that loss erased because it's too early. But I do want a decent time frame when the shit comes back. Why does it have to drag out to a year or so? You know, after 24 to 48 hours, that shit should come back. You know what I mean? You know, and no, it doesn't make any sense. 1982 Fitness, it doesn't make any sense what he's doing. You know, Coco 1, how can I get a Counterpunch boxing shirt? Man, that's easy. Just go to my Counterpunch Boxing News fan page and inbox me, you know, and we'll take it from there. You know, color, what you want on it, all that stuff. So, yeah, it's Facebook Counterpunch Boxing News. If you don't have Facebook, Instagram, Kurt DeVille, you know? So, yeah, look me up, we'll take it from there. Can't have an intentionally then, use intentionally then no muscle mass. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I don't know what that is. And it would be real shitty if this was a conspiracy, because that means, damn, how can you prove a conspiracy? How can you prove if somebody was out to get Dillian Whyte? How do you fucking prove that? Right? How do you prove that shit? You can't. You know what I mean? That's just like, dude, I knew somebody fucked with me and my test is all fucked up and I can't do shit about it. You know? But I don't know, guys. I have no idea. But Oscar Rivas, I think that if I'm Oscar Rivas, though, I'd be doing the same shit, though, honestly. I can't act like I wouldn't be. I'd be like, fuck that. If this motherfucker's dirty, nobody told me shit, I'd be pissed off. You know, I'd be trying to take that off, too. Yeah, if Rivas and Whyte both failed, should it be a no contest? I think it should be a no contest. The kiss 'em, I think it should be a no contest anyway, due to all the bullshit surrounding this fight. Now, if he pops dirty on the sample B, yeah, they should erase it or a no contest. Right? You know. But then again, you know, maybe Dillian Whyte tried this shit because he knew it wouldn't make sense. A lot of people try to do certain things. Mark McGowan, morning from Scotland. Good morning to you, Mark McGowan. Counterpunch. Human error happens. Well, yeah, it does. You know. I'm sure the Charles B sample came back in like 4 to 6 weeks. That's crazy. Maybe he was eating some tainted meat with Canelo. Well, shit. The problem is he didn't fucking have clenbuterol in his system. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. Yes, I'm watching Tevin Farmer and Tank tomorrow. You know, those are the guys that'll probably should fight or never fight. You know how that shit goes. You know, but I'm watching them both. Well, here's the thing, Men's Law Entertainment. They all of a sudden said he didn't test positive. So nobody ever even talked about that shit. Medium rare clenbuterol. Fucking A. How about rare clenbuterol? Dean Whyte claims Dillian Whyte will be vindicated. What are your thoughts? D bro, I hope so. You know, I hope it's all some shit. You know. And if it is, you know Dillian Whyte's gonna talk some mad shit. Alexander Nisik, good morning from Germany. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. I have no idea. You know, this is crazy, man. Fucking boxing is coming into a soap opera like it always been. You know what I mean? The news flourishes, it rumors, it spreads, right? We talk about it, we discuss it, we counterpunch it, we do whatever we need to do. You know what I mean? But MJ 2019. Dillian Whyte should sue if he gets cleared. Why not? You know? Kennedy, appreciate you, man. Thank you. I try. Aquarius Love, New Orleans. Is that where you're at? You in NOLA? Aquarius Love? Secret meeting surrounded by microphone and cameras, clowns. I don't know. Otis, good morning from London. Appreciate you. Thank you for the counterpunch. No, Triple G should not fucking fight Munguia in September. No, he shouldn't beat the brakes off of him. Leave that fucking kid alone. SE 2934, no, man. That shouldn't happen. He doesn't need to fight anyone like that. You know, Munguia needs to fight Munguia, though the level Munguia's on, he needs to fight those guys parallel to his level. Nobody like fucking Triple G, because Triple G will do exactly what he did with Matarosian and fight a guy that he shouldn't have been in the ring with. You know? How about fucking Golovkin fight Andrade, right? Fucking Danny Jacobs again. Fight fucking somebody, man. Don't go and fight don't fight Munguia. Leave fucking Munguia be. You know? Shakur Stevenson all the way. Oscar Valdez is a bad cat, but no. Shakur he's the truth. Oops. Well, guys, we got to wait for sample B. My battery's going low. It's like at 2 or 3%. It's been a great live chat. Appreciate you guys coming on. Of course, leave your messages below, comments below. Thanks for hanging out with me. Of course, please subscribe. You guys been Counterpunch. Peace.